It's unfortunate because I just got angrier as this happens. Whatever that was, I'm now at level 3 instead of 2 because I could have done something, but I couldn't because for whatever reason. But this is a problem. I'm compelled to smash him. So I'm just stabbing him in the face with the harpoon.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell him to roll, but then I have a question.
Nice.
That's a 9. Okay, so tell us what you do, and the opponent may respond how they like.
I'll do damage rounded down, one damage, and just intimidate them, compel them to back off.
Okay.
Best way to get him off a tray. Stabbing towards his face, probably not actually hitting him.
Alright.
Getting him to back off the tray.
To reiterate something, Nan, you said that the metal was, like, white hot.
Hello?
Yes.
Would it not be actively deforming?
Not this kind. If you
then
want to get it
I'm
hotter.
moving forward.
But yes, to answer Tim's question, if you want to melt him, that's Unleash of Power.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, let's resolve the attack. So, you rip him with a lancing blow from the harpoon. His scalp comes away, like, fully, and you have this, like, ghastly chicken skin on the tip of your harpoon.
They are
God,
awesome.
I both love and hate your
More
descriptions.
You ingrate! Do you know how hard it is to get artificially growing hair?
You keep calling us ingrates, which, I mean, assumes that we are ingrateful. I'll be perfectly honest, you were ungrateful of me the entire time that I was on this ship.
Big words for...
Metal Man, if you need skin, take mine off of me if you think you can.
Hey, buddy, I wouldn't invite him to do so.
Yeah, she's a fucking
It'll be
moron.
fun.
What about you is not cute?
This is...
Alright, okay, I do respond, of course. Grim slashes through your chest with his clawed hand. 5 slashes rip across your chest for 3 harm.
So we're fighting in earnest now. This is gonna be great. I would obviously like to return with another stab.
I like how all of Tre's like
caring at all.
little sounds
Fun.
can
They're still in my
trying
way.
desperately to tell everybody that
Let's go, boxcars.
we're doing this all for him. He's how does he feel? Oh, double 6s!
Yeah, what the fuck?
Snake Eye? Oh, sorry, boxcars? Okay. Alright. Alright, so you deal damage and take the ante. Tell us, are you doing the same thing again, or are you changing up your approach?
Since the head is small, I'm going for the center of mass, right at the stomach, assumedly where the furnace is. If you describe that properly, that's what I'm going for now. Yes, it's what I had out.
And you have the ante. So I think I can describe this as you're rammed the harpoon anchor in, shattering the glass of the case. The hearth burns brighter. This is nothing. When I'm done with you, there won't be anything left to bring back to the Admiralty. But I don't care. This one's coming right out of my pocket.
I take a pot shot at him.
I like a challenge.
All right.
Let's see how this goes.
Roll to get into scrap.
Yes, you may.
Yep.
Go ahead. Are you... Yes. So that's a 7.
Yes.
So, yes. You... this is with your pistol. Okay. So, the shot rings off the body of the Grim. It didn't even leave a dent. Meanwhile, he's able to use his free hand and swipe upwards at you with his clawed hand for 3 harm.
Hold up, I'm gonna dive in front of the captain and take the harm or suffer the consequence.
If you'd like, you can use the use the ante to thwart their action.
I wanted to do that before, that's what I said before.
So yeah, how do you stop him short of this?
Well, I imagine the harpoon is still inside of him, so it's just pushing it further into him, pushing him away from the
I like
captain.
that.
to like.
You've got him on your pipe now. He lurches back
So-
as you drive the harpoon deeper into his chest.
I thought I told you you're fighting me.
I fight whoever I want to. But yes, he is stuck fast. He's not going anywhere.
Well, since I've got him on the harpoon, I think it might be okay to pull out another blade. You know, the abalone blade. If you pull that out and use that to attack instead. See if the poison does anything. Just a test.
Alright, 9. Opponent may respond how they'd like. So, you're just dealing damage?
Yeah, just the 2 damage. See if it does anything. Poison, just in case. No. We're an amalgam of technology and magic, I'm assuming.
So you swing the blade in. It makes purchase with the interior of the hearth, but he just cackles. You already took your bit of flesh. Now I take mine. He swings his claw down and rips the bone blade in two. Cracking it, the blade now hangs uselessly, burning hot in the inside of the hearth. The shaft now rendered as like a useless end.
Is there some way I can push them into the ocean?
Maybe.
Or like drag them into the ocean with me?
This is a word.
Can I break out of him?
Give that to me. We could potentially treat the deck as an obstacle. You can bust him through out onto the deck.
I want to take him to the ocean, but if that gets us closer, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll roll plus blood. Yeah.
Big.
You should also have a move for it, I think, on your character sheet. Under fisticuffs.
Yeah,
No fisticuffs.
Break in, break out. You want me to use...
Nice.
Using...
Not necessarily. Only if you choose to take one harm in the process, you could attract unwanted attention. I've got something for that.
No, it says when you bust through an obstacle, take him.
If you can,
and roll plus blood.
I like that.
Okay, here we go.
So I like the idea that you've attempted to overpower. Your attempts at overpowering the machine is a deadlock. You're no match for the work of the refineries. Steel beats flesh always. I just wear it around to keep with my appearances. It's over for you. So, tell us how fly into a rage and push it back.
So, are we inside somewhere? Like, are we in the captain's quarters?
You're out on the deck.
Like, am I busting through to below deck? I don't understand what I'm breaking through.
I would say you're breaking through the deadlock here. You can think of this as like a suit where I'm being a bit flexible with the rules here. I'm treating the rather stalwart nature of Grim here. He will not be moved unless met by an equal and opposite force. And even then, you've only got him to stop from attacking the others. This represents your edge on him, basically.
I think for this, I'm gonna look back at Tre.
On fire, bleeding out.
I'm assuming not looking great. Look at the captain, who is also on fire, I think. Right? Because they were in the blast too? Or no? Okay. But they're burned from it. And realize I am the only person who can do this, and I think I will punch into the furnace, injuring myself further, pushing myself into the rage, like, forcing myself into it, which isn't something I can normally do, but because I'm protecting the crew, taking it on myself, I can do this. And, I think it'll start this time with me singeing the fur around my forearms. And you just see, because I did just punch into the dude's furnace. You watch as the fur burns slightly as I shift again to probably the dislike of Tre at the moment. Don't have great experiences with that, but shift into it. Once, instead of, and just like, I think immediately would go to try and bite whatever the neck-like thing is on this
Okay.
dude. Because assumedly, that's the vital point of most
All
things.
right. Off of balance, and you're pushing him, and you're pushing him across the deck to go overboard. Are you going with him? Okay.
Yeah.
So choose. You take one harm, or you attract unwanted attention.
Just take the harm. I healed everything
You
as soon as I
see
shifted.
you see him about to blurt out a command to his crew, but you stop him. Your jaws crushed into his throat and crinkles like a tin can under your fangs, and you both go flying over the deck into the water.
I'm gonna.
Down into the water after them.
I have something to bring up related to Tre. Like, how is your harm looking? Because if it's full, you do
Joey's going to
Not
stop
necessarily.
Tre.
It's up to them. But yeah, they have one skull left.
Just please,
Sorry, go ahead.
please let them take care of this.
Okay.
I don't like it either, but I know they can do this.
Let me see here. Yeah, I think at this point, though, you are. Do you want to resolve this now or later? I think now. In the midst of everything, I think that there's been just enough of a window here. I would say that you've probably managed to douse the flames, but there is just too much blood. You take another harm. So, you have marked your final skull in your harm tally. Would you like to deny death?
What is that move?
Yeah.
I've got a question for you before this goes through.
Yeah, but I don't.
Would my Good Samaritan have procced for helping against the
I
dude
mean, if
with
that's
Tre?
the way.
Good Samaritan, when you protect a crewmate, refresh your bonds with them.
Yeah, I think that works here if you want to. So refreshes bonds. How many bonds do you have with Adam?
Who, me?
I would refresh with
Oh, yeah,
Tre
okay.
because of that.
Oh, you
earlier.
refresh them with Tre. Alright, never mind. That doesn't apply here.
No, if it does, I have something I might be able to do. Because I'm asking about earlier, I didn't ask about it then because we were in the moment, but if he is going to do something kind of important, I'd rather know if I have the bond and can possibly do something.
Deny death is a special move here, because it's a compel. So this is a measure of Tre's own willpower. If you can stand against it, in order to even deny a compel, you need to be able to stand your ground, and they need to have something connecting them to the rest of the crew.
Okay. I will roll 2d6.
Okay.
I'm rolling my blood because that's +0.
Ooh.
Oh,
Them's the breaks. I think so. Yep.
is
The
he dead?
choose your last words listed on your playbook sheet and remove all black
Tre!
marks. Unless
Oh, that's only on a 7 to 9.
Aww.
let me think here.
Okay.
Give me a second. Give me a second here. I need to consider this very carefully.
Yeah.
You can make a deal with death. Joking, but maybe.
Yeah, I think at this juncture that you have to roll last words. It is a choice. I do have some things in mind, but we're going to have to work it back into the story here.
I think he just dies. Because at the very least at that point, the sea would be able to do something to our enemies.
I think I know what happens here. Tre, you are sat looking up at the mask. I'm gonna retcon something to say that you are, in fact, still on fire. Because I have a thing in mind here. You were on fire until this moment. You are sitting with your mouth. You are sitting looking up at the sky. I never told you quite how it was, but the heat system and the heat of the battle, it's become overcast. Clouds have formed above you. It's begun to rain. In the wake of the captain, in the wake of the captain going overboard, the Captain Blackthorn.
Oh.
Sorry, in the wake of Captain Blackthorn going over the side, a calm descends upon the ship, both ships. Sorry, all three. The ravers in total disbelief at the sight of their captain gone overboard, and you are Tre. You're sat with your limbs lazily leaning to either side like a ragdoll. It's a rather sudden downpour, and you can't help to think how parched you've been. You let your mouth hang open. For the first time in months, clear, crisp water flows down your throat. They have you now. When you speak your last words, choose one. The seas save you. It wraps you in its embrace, protects you from all ills, and takes you away forever. What are your last words to your crewmates as you're taken? Make a new character unless or until your navigator is saved from the depths. You die, and the sea mourns. Describe the terrible, awe-inspiring thing the oceans and its servants do to your body and your enemies.
I think with his mouth open, because Captain Pacallis is there, right?
Yes.
I think he just says, "You're right. We could do it," and he dies. I think what ends up happening is
What is the
a Leviathan comes and eats
Dane
Captain Blackthorn.
Dane is looking aghast at the ship. He doesn't know
Okay.
what anything has happened so far. There was an explosion, and then now
he
this.
Grabs Tre's body
He's
and
just
gets off the ship as quickly as possible.
Dumbstruck.
Okay, I like that.
Captain, what's going on? What is all this? Where's Tre? What about Adam? What about Adam? And Lyle?
He's dead.
All hands on
Dane.
deck. We need
Just round everybody up.
to gather up.
You heard me. In the seas, somewhere. I don't know.
I do believe that there is a move here for this scarpering. So let's see here. Did we say that the ramshackle is freedom, wings, or it came to you? Okay, so right. Okay, so
Before that, I think
when escaping,
I need to find Adam.
Okay, yeah, Adam. You see this massive creature descend from the depths. It's this massive ribbed barracuda-like creature with spines all along its fins and its sides, like a gigantic torpedo. It tears against the underbellies of all the ships in your wake. You just barely dodge out of its way as one of the spines skewer through Blackthorn as you hear him cry bloody murder through brackish water, dragged away by this Leviathan.
I'm not gonna try and fight
Would I
that
notice
thing.
the Leviathan?
Even I know, in this state, that's a bad idea.
Definitely. You hear how to describe this? Imagine a drummer-driven mad, but like this series of like rapid taps, but amplified to the size of a ship. It's like the drumming of the broadside, but multiplied a dozen times over. Each of these spines hit against the ships like a cannon shot as the Leviathan, in its sort of serpent-esque form, whips and
I shout out
waits for it to go
for
away,
Adam
clutching
over,
to the body of
over
their
the
dead
roar
friend.
of this sea monster.
I think
I mean, I'm going up. I don't want to be in the water with this thing.
Do I see him on the other ship?
yeah, Lyle has been in the thick of it. He has like after
I shout to Lyle.
I suppose he
Come
found
back,
the time
abandoned
to
ship.
douse himself.
There's a sea monster.
But he has
There's a sea monster
he has at
right
least,
there.
I think
Get
he
out
has
of there.
that much survival instinct, but the rain definitely helps here. Yeah, yes, master. He lumbers over the ship.
Can I help the others get up?
Becca watches on in horror
I thought like a rope or
as
something.
either ship begins to get crushed by the Leviathan on both sides. One is in its jaws, the other
Okay,
wrapped around.
I do it for
like
Lyle.
like a fishing. Sure. Adam, do you surface?
Yeah, but I don't use the
guess so, if
rope. I
everyone's
dig into the
back.
ship
Okay.
and climb up with my claws.
All right, you are still raging
roll?
in all of this.
I'm aware. It's not great.
I will spend one.
Are you ready to Scarper? Okay. So any number of crew members can spend bonds with the ship.
I'm spending both of my bonds.
How many bonds are you spending? Okay.
I don't think I can spend
Okay.
bonds in this state. If I could, I would spend both of them. But I'm
Maybe
so
even, I don't know, like
raging.
you and Lyle would be climbing up
Can't
at the
leave it
same
until I
time.
hurt a crewmate.
She would be the closest
I'm
in
probably gonna
proximity.
do anyways as soon as I get on board. I'd climb up on ship, still raging, but I'm not sure if I would attack. But I am this is confusing for me. And he is
Yes,
still
he
wearing
is.
his old uniform, isn't he? Yeah, okay, I'll attack Lyle as soon as we get on
Dane
board. Like an
breathes
enemy.
horror and rage,
How much harm does your claws do?
and he immediately takes
Okay.
out a canister, throws
Tear Lyle in half.
gas onto the deck.
No, yeah, he was.
was
He
that
was
low?
on fire.
He has his
and he
gas
got
mask
blown up. Okay. At this point, the entire crew is in panic mode.
My tags for the sleeping gas are area
Yeah.
sleep, works on impact.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're even more panicked. Several of the crew drop as they are caught in the crossfire of the
I mean, this is like
of this sleeping gas.
yeah. I'm gonna spend. I don't know if we ever addressed this, but Dane cut out Adam's eye with
Just spend a
surgery
bond here because you're
procedure.
hindering.
I don't know if that was ever mentioned.
You are hindering.
If this is if it's
hindering
your
him.
eye, hang on. Yeah, no, your eye. Adam, I feel this might be weird to mention it this late, but whatever.
Lyle's eye or my eye? Okay.
So, okay,
Fair? Okay.
but yeah. So
Okay. Well, Dane doesn't.
I think
okay,
this
wait,
is
sorry.
just.
Can they do the Mr. Potato
okay,
Head thing?
So okay, no what? Okay.
And
Scratch
in
that.
this
I know.
situation, Adam, are you going to resist it?
Dane takes Adam by the
Yeah.
by the
falling
scarf.
asleep? Yeah, I just
and
finished
says,
the rage. I'm
"What
back to
Okay.
the hell
myself.
is wrong with you? Where's Trey?"
Right over
Nothing.
here.
I'm back to myself.
And you
Was
can
good.
probably...
I don't want to swear.
I thought he was with.
Well, Trey,
It's the joke that you're
Meanwhile,
not
Trey
saying.
be
What
like,
the fuck happened?
Stop reminding me!
yeah, the joke is that he's dead, so he can't speak.
Okay, you can probably see
Yeah.
Joey at their knees.
What was that explosion? Did you let
Doing
him?
their very best to hold
Did you let
back
him-
tears. It's not working.
What
Their
did he
cap
do with
is
my
off
dynamite?
And clutched to their chest, staring at the poor old man's face.
You let him do this? You let him die? No, I'm talking to Adam.
Yep.
What happened in there? Tell me now.
That wasn't what killed him. It was
This
He was
monsters
here
took
with
a
you and
gnarly,
exploded.
some kind of scoop out of him.
this isn't over. We need to
And
get
then
out of here. But
the
as soon
rains
as we're
came.
done, you and I are going to have words. And then Dane isn't listening at this point. He rushes to the
I
helm.
just remembered that there is another ship.
Yes, that's
right
also
behind
being
us.
eaten by a Leviathan.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not their fault.
Okay, so maybe we don't need +5.
I'm sorry.
I think +3 is sufficient.
Okay, give us that escape
Okay.
+3.
So, okay, what is this?
No, I'll add my 2 to it. That's fine.
Wait, you have bombs
Plus
for ship?
5.
Okay, so plus 5.
6
Yeah, I have 2.
plus 5.
Yeah, plus 3 is probably good.
I mean,
That's true.
you can still fail.
Okay.
No,
Well, okay. No, I think
We're doing
we
this
did with
without
that.
a
It's an 8.
navigator, man.
So just roll 2d5.
Yeah, 3 on the dice plus 5 is 8.
Definitely needed that.
Okay, what are the options?
Ooh, okay. That was a 1. 2 and 1 plus 5 is 8.
Could Lyle's body count as something
So, on a hit, you get away.
precious?
On it, you choose 1 to 9. It's by the skin of your teeth. The fates choose 1 as well. You take damage on the way out. You leave something important behind. You leave a trail, and something dangerous will follow.
Hang on, let me just look at this real quick. So you make a choice and I make a choice?
I mean, if you're looking to, if you're
Okay,
leaving
hang on, I
him
need to...
behind him, yeah, you will not be able to
I
resurrect
can't
him. He'll
find
just be dead.
Carver. Where is this?
Is that your choice?
Okay.
I think
it's
that's
implied
fine.
that
Joey doesn't particularly...
Makes a choice.
What is this move again? Escaping?
That's on the ramshackle, but it specifically gives you the means, no matter the situation, even if you're wrecked.
Okay. I'm gonna say...
Yeah, escape. When your ship's
Well, we
crew
can't leave
escapes
a trail,
situation,
so...
and since you're scarpering, it's roll,
Okay,
you
well-
roll plus spawn spent to escape. On hit, you get away.
Oh,
choose 1. So 9.
I guess leave something important behind. Actually, wait.
Okay.
How many wreck do we have? We can get repairs. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So,
Take damage. Final
We'll be
decision.
at Wreck 3 if we take another one.
well, hey, listen. You can. The way that it works is you can scarper even if you would wreck. Yes.
Okay.
And I say, I would, if I were really cruel, I would have you leave Lyle behind, but I'm not so cruel. I can understand that preserving his life is your choice.
I take the,
so you
I
leave a
take
trail
the
and
wheel.
something dangerous
It says,
will follow.
all hands on deck. Let's get away from this thing.
So, do we want to paint the scene as
Absolutely.
as the Wild Blue Yonder escapes from the clutches of this Leviathan?
I will... Sorry, continue.
The remaining crew steals themselves and readies themselves. There are multiple hands on ropes and sails as the crew readies to get out of here.
I bring Tre's body up to the
There's
captain's
plenty on
quarters
the
with me
mast and riggings as well.
and lay it on the hammock and steal myself as well.
Okay.
I'll be prepared just in case the Leviathan turns to us.
All right. The ship makes a quick escape. The ripping past contorting fins and the tendril-like body of the Leviathan. You duck in and around its body and go sailing over the ocean as the storm begins to pick up. So with Scarper, you can choose to wash up on a bustling port owned by the enemy, town, a sleepy harbor town, hiding a secret, or a mysterious uncharted island.
Or no, Tre's dead.
Okay, we will resolve that later. But for now, I do have a scene. Yes. Tre, you awaken. You don't know where you are. You're certainly not on the Wild Blue Yonder anymore. You find yourself in a rowboat in the middle of a blistering white desert. The ground glows with an intense heat, like smoldering coals just beneath the surface. The brightness is overwhelming, making it hard to see. You glance around and realize you're not alone. You're part of a fleet of rowboats, all tethered to a serene, luminescent ship. Oddly enough, you're rowing, your arms moving on their own accord, dragging the ship through the white expanse. Overhead, the sky is a tapestry of stars, yet there's a surreal sight, the ocean sprawled impossibly above you. Amidst this strange tableau, a woman walks along the rope connecting the boats, as gracefully as a trapeze artist. She approaches and settles in front of you. Her silver jacket glimmers faintly, contrasting with the tattered, ragged attire. Her shoes are delicate, most dainty, and her white blonde hair falls under a jaunty privateer's cap. She leans forward, her skeletal features becoming apparent beneath the guise of her attire.
Sir Besant, you have expired.
I see.
No, you don't. See?
No, I wasn't.
I think you do.
Okay, very fun. I guess I wasn't expecting death to feel so arid.
I'm sorry, but this isn't quite death, per se.
Oh, joy.
I've had a bit of trouble and need to collect a crew. I could have you along here or elsewhere. Either way, death will not have you today. I've stolen your soul for this matter. Fairness doesn't factor in. Times are difficult.
She bows slightly, her skeletal face catching the starry glow above.
I am Celine Blackthorn, at your service.
More of you.
I'd like to say I've branched out, but my attack on the dips didn't go as planned. I'm pursuing other options. You have a choice. Join my crew, or become my actor instead.
Must I continue working?
Either way, your soul remains mine. You can serve me on my terms, or my terms.
If I were to become your actor, what would that entail?
If you were to become my actor, you'd fill a vacancy. If you prefer to act below rather than above, I'd name you an associate, an executor of course affairs. There are people I need gone, Mr. Besant.
So you were asking me to become your errand boy?
If not, then merely another pair of hands. I'd never mind more.
I will be honest. I don't think serving you will serve me.
Fair. Tell you what, I need someone to make Andrew Blackthorn pay.
Is he not? Sorry, hold on. You are a Blackthorn too, yes?
I was. Then I relinquished it. We had disagreements. I was prepared to take things from him. But it didn't work out. So, I'm regrouping.
You know, I'm not about to do the bidding of someone who seems to be just about as vapid as the person I just killed.
It's your choice. This opportunity comes once in a twice life, or so to say.
I have trust that with time, my crew, my actual crew, will be able to find me. But I refuse to do your bidding.
Let me rephrase. Is that a no to being my legs in the world?
Let me rephrase. It is my refusal. Yes.
Celine rises gracefully, a faint shimmer tracing her skeletal form as she steps back onto the tightrope.
He's no longer... Is he allowed to just stop rowing? Like, is that... Like, physically, is he able to?
Tre, you've not been able to move this entire time. Your agency limited to your voice. The compulsion holding you is unyielding. Celine strides back to the ship, her figure blending with the glow.
Understood.
The routine of rowing overtakes you again, your body locked in the motion. Despite the surreal horror, a strange tranquility settles. The stars above and the ocean overhead remains constant, indifferent to your plight.
That's just it then. eternity
Let's see if
spent
this is
in
the end of a
all
chapter,
them.
shall we?
Refusing soul until the very end. I
Maybe.
knew
I don't know.
that Brandon.
See where the story
This
goes.
is just my guess, and there's no want for me to like try to force you to say anything about this, but my hypothesis is that he really wanted you to take that plot hook. But
I thought that this was like a setup for a different character you had in mind.
I respect you so much more for clinging, even after death, be anything for anyone else but himself, and for that I applaud you. He's been an amazing character.
No, I did not know that was coming up. I knew there was a possibility that he could be brought back, and to be perfectly honest, that is a good place to kind of cap his story as just like a person who was kicked out of a place unlawfully.
Yes, for this time, I mean, at this time, this is where Sir Bresaint's story ends.
I think also you would find in his room the unfinished map of the Wild territory.
I want to see if this is enough to push you guys out of Renown 3 at this point. Let's see here.
Yeah, can you make that new character so I can start on building that up?
You haven't had the chance. You haven't had the chance to steal one hoard of treasure, which sucks, but that's just how it is.
Can I
really would have liked you guys to take Rising Star though.
Yeah. Can I start at level 1
but yes,
new character?
Even if I were to take 2 experience,
I mean,
I'm only at level 2.
I'll take 2 experience.
Well,
we defeated him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I'm at level 1.
Yeah.
We did do that.
We start at level 0, don't we? We go to 1.
Do you? Okay,
so I'm only at 1, I think.
But yeah,
I don't know if we've considered. Are we considering this the end of a chapter? That is true. I would be surprised if you all didn't decide on this being an end of a chapter.
We vanquished a great foe.
Certainly for it.
Yeah. The World with Jaws is a Rapscallion actual play. All properties and entities are owned by their respective authors and artists, and you can find a link to all things used, including the game system by Magpie Games for Rapscallion, and links to the artists and songs used in this episode. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, please leave a rating and review on our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Please check out this show and many others like it on the Cast Junkie Discord server with the link below in the show notes. And as always, thanks for sailing with us in the world of Jaws, and thanks for being a part of the worlds we know. Until next time.